Hi Bookish Besties, welcome back to my channel. This is my top favorite 5 reads of 2025, so let's get right into it. First up is Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. This is the 3rd book in her Legendborn series. I was so excited to finally get my hands on this book back in March. This was my most anticipated read of 2025. Our Bree is back, but now she's alone, isolated from her friends and her loved ones, having not only burned down her ancestral plane, but made a grueling deal with the Shadow King, the shape-shifting Shadow King. This book, we also get multiple point of views, not just Bree's, but also Nick's, Natasia's, who is Sel's mother, Liam's, and Mariah's. It's not just Bree who has disappeared. Sel has too. And the other Scions now find themselves with no king, no leadership, and a fractured bunch as a set of mysterious kidnappings plague them. Nick Davis invokes an ancient law as he, Liam, and Duncan set out on a quest to solve who is behind these kidnappings. If you love character-driven fantasy that tackles grief, trauma, and identity alongside magic and mayhem, you'll probably love Oathbound. This book develops Bree's story more and pushes the story forward. And that ending, my goodness. I will not spoil the book. You'll just have to take my word for it and read this one for yourself. Next up is Daggermouth by H.M. Wolfe. This is a dark dystopian romance, another book with multiple points of views, full of feminine rage, trauma, despair, hope, grief, strength, and betrayal. In this book, the city of Newfound Haven is layered, it is oppressive, it limits, it erases, and it's meticulous in the way that it does so. Newfound Haven is carved into rings of privilege and poverty ruled by the masked elite who will do whatever it takes to hold on to power. At the center of the power is the heart and President Maximus Cyril. Grayson is the son of President Cyril, who rules with a brutal iron fist, and Shadera is the assassin who accepts the contract to kill Grayson. After an assassination attempt gone wrong, Shade then finds herself inexplicably bound to Grayson, and what follows is an extremely dangerous game of enemies to lovers, trauma bonding, and brutal oppression. The ending left me absolutely speechless, with twist after twist, and this is the first book in a planned trilogy. I simply cannot wait for the second. Next up is An Arcane Inheritance by Camilla Cole. This is a contemporary dark academia novel set at Warren University and an HBCU in Connecticut. The book centers on Ellery Morgan, who is determined to prove not just her worth, but that she belongs at Warren. The setting is a spooky, shadowy college campus, and as Ellery begins her studies, a nagging feeling of deja vu plagues her. She is certain that she has seen this setting before, but she doesn't remember when or how. Ellery is almost immediately confronted with her nemesis, Hudson Graves, who is wealthy, sharply intelligent, and infuriating from their very first meeting. Ellery feels she knows Hudson, even remembering his exact coffee order, but she cannot quite place when or how she has met him before. What follows is a reluctant alliance as they set out to begin to solve the 8 mysterious student deaths that have haunted the university over the years. This book takes a wild and unexpected turn, full of twists that will pull the rug out from underneath you. The ending was extremely impressive and mind-blowing, and that shocking reveal, my goodness, I cannot recommend this book enough. At number 4 on my Best of 2025 list is Our Vicious Oaths by Nia Davenport. Another 5-star read, another dark fantasy, dark romance that I absolutely loved. This book features Kadisha, Fae princess of the Aether Dominion, who is betrothed to the Fae king Rashad. At the wedding ceremony, 6'5" Fae King Malachi attacks the court, throwing everything into chaos, resulting in him taking Princess Kadisha hostage as they flee to the safety of Malachi's court. Malachi and Kadisha team up to form a volatile alliance against Rashad, and as you might expect, the two of them find themselves drawn and attracted to each other. This book features heavy enemies to lovers tropes, political intrigue, power struggles, forced proximity, and lots of spicy scenes, including that throne scene. If you know, you know. Extra points because Kadisha has a squadron of dragons and dragon riders, and I love me some dragons. Last but not least is The Jesod Crown by Sarah Hashem. This book is the conclusion to the Scorched Throne duology. It is heavily influenced by ancient Egyptian lore, and I do love anything that's inspired by ancient Egypt. Held deep in a mountain refuge, fugitive queen Sylvia has been captured by the Urabi, who believe she can return their homeland to its former power and glory. In the rival and opposing kingdom, where magic has been outlawed, Prince Aaron is struggling between his core beliefs, his father's orders, and his feelings towards Sylvia. War is coming, and Sylvia will not abandon her people again. The Urabi have a plan to raise the ancient Jesod fortress, and this will either destroy Sylvia or make her more powerful. The book features tons of political intrigue, even more world building, slow burn, and true enemies to lovers. I enjoyed Sarah Hashem's lush world building in this very underrated duology. I did find the book to have an even pacing throughout, although like with any book, there were periods where the pace was moving pretty rapidly or even pretty slowly. But that ending, oh goodness, that ending just destroyed me, but in a very good way though. There were a few days of book hangover immediately following when I finished reading, and I think anyone who's read these types of books can understand. Honorable mentions include these two books, Lore of the Tides by Annalise Brana and Cursebound by Sarah El Arafi. They are the two concluding books in their respective duologies. I've spoken about these two books before. I love them, and I hope if you haven't read them that you check them out because they're outstanding. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. It costs nothing and it helps me grow the channel to bring you more bookish content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.